Travis Martinez, the emo, curtain-banged, emotionally unintelligent, and only male of the 90s Yellowjackets crew, he's one of, if not the, most hated on Yellowjackets character, and rightfully so. I mean, he's aggressive, angry, useless at times, and so petty it comes off as childish. But his character's been on my mind recently because I just find his story so fascinating. Travis Martinez's character arc is such a subtle, blink-and-you'll-miss-it moment in this firecracker of a show, but it's the one that interests me the most the more and more that I think about it. The story of Travis Martinez is one of an insecure kid who feigns his masculinity in order to mask his truly broken state. That mask of manliness and anger is slowly shattered after multiple hits from multiple points in the show. He finally succumbs to his feelings of inadequacy and lack of identity. He grabs onto any form of structure or peace he could find in order to cope with his world falling apart. During the first few episodes, Travis is exactly what you'd expect of a character like him. He's an aspiring Sigma male who constantly isolates himself from the group, choosing to sit away from the rest of the Yellowjackets at the campfire, not participating in the dance party, and being pretty reluctant to participate in the seance. He doesn't talk to anyone except to crack stupid jokes.
Hey, this guy kind of looks like you.
If only any of you actually look like her.
He seems to believe that he's the leader of the group, or is at least destined to become one because he's the man of the cabin. Because the only other guys with the Yellowjackets are either 13 years old or one leg short, Travis decides it's his duty to take action and provide for the group. Travis grabs Cabin Guy's rifle and starts shooting at birds, trying to get them food as they're slowly running out. After he gets rightfully called out for grabbing the gun without any warning or having any proper training on its use, the Yellowjackets decide that they should have some sort of competition to see who is truly fit to hunt for the group. The competition commences, and after throwing out some misogynistic comments to his competitors,
Next time we could just stick to something you're actually good at, like folding laundry or sucking.
Hey!
Travis loses to Natalie Scatorcio. Nat is then deemed the hunter of the group, while Travis is designated her right-hand man. This is the first hit to Travis's guise of masculinity, as he was first beaten out in the competition by a girl, then assigned to be what is basically her hunting secretary, and was then ridiculed by the other Yellowjackets using the name Flex, which is the nickname he's been bullied with for years at this point.
So close, Flex.
Don't fucking call me that!
The next two hits to his manhood come during his relationship with Natalie. As you'd expect, two teenagers spending hours in the woods together hunting animals are gonna get close. Natalie and Travis start dating and fooling around in the remains of the airplane that they crashed in. As their relationship progresses, they get to talking more and more about being physically intimate. Travis admits that he's a virgin. After demanding to know her sexual history, Nat tells Travis that she's only ever been with 2 guys before.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've only been with 2 guys. Levi House, their sophomore year, and this guy I met at a show last summer.
She assures him that their physical relationship would mean just as much to her as it would to Travis.
It means something to me, Travis. Like, it really means something. And especially with you.
After this conversation, Nat and Travis get to doing their thing, while many of the other Yellowjackets follow Thaisa out into the wilderness. During this exchange between the two is when the next and one of the most blatant hits to his masculinity comes, when Travis can't get himself going, and Travis just freezes. He tries his hardest and just succumbs to his embarrassment.
I'm sorry. I gotta go.
I don't have much to say about this moment. I mean, it's very obviously emasculating for a man to not be able to perform in the way that he wants to, especially for Travis, and especially with Natalie. This situation is made even worse after Travis has a conversation with a bitter Jackie, where she reveals that Nat had lied about how many people she'd been with. See, there was a third person, Bobby Farley.
And you're basically Brad Pitt compared to the dirtbag she usually goes for. Like, oh, don't get me started on that Bobby. What's his face she was hooking up with before we left?
Bobby who?
But whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm saying...
Bobby who?
Farley. Why? Does it matter?
Bobby Farley, Travis's bully, and the one who came up with the nickname Flex.
Do you even know why people call me Flex? In 7th grade, I had surgery on my back. When I got back to school, Bobby Farley, he saw my scar in the locker room. He told everybody that I had to get one of my ribs removed so that I could be flexible enough to, suck my own dick.
Travis is so hurt and humiliated by this knowledge that he does what he does best. He lashes out at Natalie and walks away.
You
Bobby
can't just
Farley? Nah, you lied to me. You said that you
I've only been with 2 guys, yeah. Because I knew that if I told you about it, then you'd fucking hate me. That was before I even knew you. I had no idea about the whole stupid flex thing.
Season 1, Episode 9, entitled Doom Coming, is when everything truly falls apart for Travis, the final hit to his mask. At the Doom Coming celebration, all of the girls except Jackie eat the soup that Mari prepared for the party, soup that was accidentally laced with some of Misty's mushrooms. The girls start to trip and make various high on shrooms comments.
You look like a tree.
I feel weird.
Do you feel that?
Like energy coming up from the ground.
They start to question where Nat and Ben went,
Where is everyone?
Nat and Coach are friends.
and then they begin to question where Travis and Jackie went.
And what about Jackie? Or Travis?
They left.
Together? That's so Jackie.
What are they doing?
The girls decide to investigate the latter and go back to the cabin where they promptly find Jackie and Travis post-canoodling. For context, Jackie and Travis slept together because Jackie was in her nihilistic era about finding out that Shauna, her best friend, slept with her boyfriend, Jeff.
Shauna was fucking Jeff. Your best friend was having sex with my boyfriend behind my back.
She was all, love doesn't matter, nothing matters, I'm not dying a virgin, and that's how that happened.
Love doesn't matter. I used to actually think it mattered who your first was.
Once seeing that Travis and Jackie were alone in the cabin together and finding their quote-unquote proof that they actually had slept together, the girls start chastising Jackie for taking something that wasn't hers.
You took something that doesn't belong to you.
Oh, what, like the fucking spirits give a shit that Nat called dibs on Travis?
This has nothing to do with her.
They then set their sights on Travis. Lottie grabs him and kisses him, and then Shauna, and then Mari. They lock Jackie in the pantry and then shove him down onto a chair. The girls rip his shirt open, touching and kissing all over his body. Travis is completely out of it in this moment, unable to stop what's happening to him. The girls begin getting more and more aggressive, starting to bite and pull at his skin. In Travis's high state of mind, he hallucinates the girls as demons trying to devour him. He's helpless and out of control. He's confused, he's scared, and he's at the mercy of these rabid teenage girls. At this moment, he gets up and he runs. All he can do right now is run. There aren't any misogynistic quips or sexually charged jokes that can give him any power in the situation. The girls begin to chase him, now hallucinating Travis as a stag. And when they finally catch up, they grab Travis, tie him up, gag him, and Shauna prepares to bleed him dry, just as she would with the deer that he hunts. And if this situation couldn't be emasculating enough, Natalie is the one that ends up saving him. The same girl he was humiliated by all those days ago when she was chosen to be Hunter. The same girl that he just chastised for her sexual history. The same girl he's routinely embarrassed himself in front of time and time again was the one to save his life. It was this incident that fully shattered his mask and began the taming of the dog that is Travis Martinez. No longer is Travis lashing out on anyone, isolating himself, or making misogynistic jokes to make himself feel better. In the following episodes and the following season, we watch as Travis becomes much more reserved and quiet. He even apologizes to Natalie in the season 1 finale, crying with her and admitting how much he loves her. Season 2 shows an even more subdued version of Travis Martinez. He begins to participate in Lottie's wilderness rituals, praying with her and making sure he gets blessed before he goes out with Nat to go find Javi, who went missing during the drug-induced chaos of Doom Coming. He even uses these new practices to center himself and make peace with his anxieties. Travis is the one that begins the ritual as Shauna is delivering her baby. He's the one that grabs the skull from the wall, he's the one that bleeds on it, and he's the one who Lottie praises for his dedication.
The wilderness recognizes your sacrifice, and so do I.
I think that in the coming season, we'll begin to see less and less focus on Travis Martinez. The second season already cut his screen time down compared to the first, and I think that this pattern is going to continue. During the second season, we saw Travis begin to believe in the powers of the wilderness more and more. I think that in season 3 of Yellowjackets, Travis will start to lose himself in his devotion to the wilderness. We've already seen this happen with his devotion to the idea of masculinity. Travis was so focused on trying to be the man of the group that he lost his own personality. And as he says himself, he became a closed-off know-it-all.
The T, it's just a symbol
Of what, exactly?
of not being so closed off, thinking you know everything.
I'm sorry, she goes, oh, witch, Dr. Messiah, and I'm the one that's not being humble?
I was talking about myself.
I think now that this religion or cult or whatever you want to call it will become his new mask, his new personality to cope with the loss of his brother Javi. In the adult timeline, we already know how Travis's story ends. He accidentally kills himself in his obsessive pursuit to communicate with the wilderness. And I think that season 3 will show us how deep Travis truly falls into this rabbit hole. I still have a lot more to say about Travis Martinez, but this is like the main thing that has been stewing in my mind about his character. His behavior reminds me a lot of Dean Winchester from Supernatural. You know, they both use anger and violence and their stupid jokes to hide their true brokenness inside. I don't think Dean ever really grew out of it the same way Travis does. I mean, honestly, Travis didn't really get a chance to grow out of it himself. He was kind of forced into submission and then just kind of stayed there for the rest of his life.